Hello students, my name is Francesco Tomagnini and today we will talk about the gastrointestinal physiology. This is a series of 3 lectures. So today we will start with the first 2 and I hope you will enjoy. So by this lecture, you will be able to describe the anatomical and the tissue histological features of the gastrointestinal tract and, the major functions of this pipe that keeps us alive, allowing us to absorb nutrients and to digest them. We will also talk about the nervous system in the gastroenteric tract and how there are, extrinsic and intrinsic nervous systems and what neurotransmitters, hormones, and modulators are involved in its function. We will also describe the digestive process, starting from the mouth, then the esophagus and the stomach, talking about the regulation of the gastric motility and the secretion of acid and other exocrine secretions and endocrine secretions. And also we will talk about the different of substance and hormones of different endocrine hormones involved in the function of the stomach. So basically today we will stop at the stomach for the first part. And then there's going to be a second part, which is still this week, I think. Yeah, no, absolutely. That's the case, where we will talk about the small intestine. Okay, so what is the gastroenteric tract? The gastroenteric tract is a pipe that starts from our mouth and it ends in our anus. And along the tract of this long pipe, there are glands that secrete substances inside of the pipe and in the so the overall function of this pipe is to digest food and to absorb food. And that includes macronutrients such as lipids, glucids, and proteins. Water and micronutrients such as vitamins and electrolytes. So starting from the mouth, we have the oral cavity with the salivary glands and the tongue, the esophagus, which leads to the stomach, which is connected to the small intestine, and the first part of the small intestine, which is called the duodenum. The esophagus crosses the thoracic cavity and it ends into the abdominal cavity. In the upper part of the abdominal cavity, other than the stomach, we have the major glands of the gastroenteric system, which are the liver, which is much more than a gastroenteric gland, but it definitely also has a key role in the digestion of fats, especially through the secretion of bile acids via the gallbladder. We do have the pancreas, which is mostly involved in the production of digestive enzymes and, exocrinely and in the endocrine production of secretion of insulin and glucagon for the regulation of blood sugars. And of course, the spleen, which is not involved in digestion, but it's still placed there. We've got the duodenum, which is connected to the jejunum, which is connected with the ileum, and duodenum, jejunum, and ileum are the 3 different tracts of the small intestine, and then the small intestine leads into the ileocecal junction on the left bottom hand side, which connects the small intestine to the large intestine. The bottom part of the large intestine is characterized by the cecum and the appendix, and then the ascending colon, the transverse colon, the descending colon, the sigmoid colon, and finally the rectum. So, as I said, the 2 major functions of the gastroenteric tract are to digest food and to absorb food. And in order to do that, there are 4 major activities that allow digestion and absorption. First of all, the motility, so the ability to move stuff through its length with an ororectal direction, so from the mouth to the rectum. Occasionally, we can retropulse food from the stomach into the mouth because of the vomiting reflex, but this is, an exception to the case, which can be activated when we eat something that is off or when we are in contact with substances which trigger the vomit, especially the CTZ area in the brain. But usually the motility is in one direction. We will